What do you say to a mahjong player whose goals are a little bit unrealistic? That's a bit of a reach. Welcome back to Mahjong Soul. My name's Yusong. He's a 10, but he makes horrible jokes about Riichi Mahjong. Look, we've all got our flaws. Some of us like eating candy. I mean, that's not even a flaw. That's just a truth, okay? It's a universal truth. Here's the contrarian aspect of it. I like candy, but sometimes things are too sweet for me. I'm about to make some freaking enemies right off the bat. Saint tier player, excuse me. Oh, you're gonna come down and pick on us, huh? Ooh, good hand though. Wow, kind of incredible hand though. Kind of incredible half flushable hand though. I don't know if we necessarily go for it though, because we sacrifice a lot of speed by going for that. Like, we gotta pair the 8 of characters. You're gonna have to catch me acting up if we're going for it. Okay. Cake frosting. Too sweet. Way too sweet. Ridiculously sweet snack that I honestly think that the makers of cake frosting really got to reevaluate their audience and their motives. Okay, it's too much. It's too much. It's like you're going to a movie where they're spraying water in your face. You know, like that. I don't know what people call it, like 5D experience. Also, are you kidding me? What is his hand? This hand is ridiculous, dude. This hand is absolutely ridiculous. Let me pawn a green dragon or a red dragon and then get in Tenpai, and then I can win off of the other. This is a huge hand. Half flush is 2 Han. Green dragon and red dragon, that's 4 Han. It's like a fake Mangan. If the mini points go my way, it's kind of a fake Mangan. People are not backing down though. Player across from me willing to throw some hands this round. Willing to discard a red 5 earlier on. Maybe they're going for a flush in the bamboo suit. That's honestly what I think is happening. Wow. We're in Tenpai for a green dragon or a red dragon. I mean, I'll take it, right? It's 3 Han versus the potential 4 Han that we could have gotten. I'll take it. You know what? I'm about to go sicko mode, okay? If we get the chance to call a con for the 9 of circles, I think we absolutely take that chance. Absolutely. Am I scared about the player to my left? Not, I mean, come on. When it rains, it pours, right? I mean, it's only the east one, so that really doesn't make sense. But am I scared to the player to my left? It looks like they just have a simple hand, maybe an all simples hand. I'm not that scared, especially because they opened it, right? Like, the expected value of an open hand is just less of that than a closed hand. Because the closed hand has infinite potential. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have all 5 shapes. Maybe it was worth it to keep that Southwind. I'm not sure. Door is going to be the 3 of characters. We can keep this around in case we want to go uber greed mode. Pot of greed mode, letting us draw 2 more tiles from the wall. Dude, what about that? You think they should include some spell cards and trap cards in Mahjong? I don't know. I think it'd give it a little something something. Why am I being so weird? Oh, it's because I'm playing at night, dude. It's like the inhibitions are lower, you know? Here's something weird. I don't know if you're going to like this. I don't think we necessarily take that. Maybe the 8 would have been better there just in case that, you know, we end up waiting on a pair of the 9s. I think the 8 was probably a better discard there. Hopefully it doesn't end up punishing us too much. One way it could is if we draw another 9 of characters, right? I'm looking at this hand. This hand maybe has the potential for a Riichi Pinfutunity. Holy moly. This 2-3 shape is strong enough by itself. It doesn't need that extra. It doesn't need that extra je ne sais quoi. Unfortunately, Right Lord hits us with the Riichi. Do I go for it? This is one of those situations where I could kind of sense it. Like, I could kind of feel that the game might have allowed me to get into Tenpai just now. I don't know. Sometimes you just feel it in the wind. But because the game didn't let us do that, I don't think we're chasing this. They probably don't have an 8-9 weight because 3 9s are represented on the board. 3 9s are at least visible right now. Hey, my kingdom for like a safe tile to throw. I'm gonna throw some bamboo tiles. Look, nothing really seems that safe here. I'm just going off of the fact that this is a terminal. I don't know if it really matters that, like, for example, they've thrown a lot of bamboo tiles since they've called Riichi. I suppose that diminishes the chance that they're going for a half flush in the bamboo suit though. So you know what, that's good news for us. That's good news for us. Threw the 6 there because 3s and 9s have been discarded, so it's Suji. Honestly, if I'm gonna be completely honest with you, probably should have thrown the 2. It's much safer. If I'm gonna get into Tenpai, how would I do it? Anyone got any suggestions? It's not a rhetorical question, that's a real question. Anyway, anyone could send me like a signal back in time to when I recorded this video. I am pretty sure that this white dragon is safe. Why am I not willing to just throw it then? I don't know, dude. Also, there's a chance that they're waiting on a 5/8 of bamboo. It's possible. Not a lot of 5s and 8s have been thrown. How many? Oh, okay. How many 6s are out there? 1, 2, 3. How many 7s? 1, 2, 3. They probably don't have a 6/7 weight. It is still possible, dude. I mean, now that this 8's been thrown, I don't think that they have an 8/7 weight. Let's make the Suji read and throw the 5. Okay, and we knew that they couldn't have a pair of it either, right? Because we had 3 of them, and there's only 4 copies in the entire wall. We're gonna have to discard again eventually. Let's just throw these 5s. Let's throw these 5s. They end up sumoing me with a big hand. Unfortunately, we're the dealers, so we're gonna have to take the brunt of this. Ooh. See, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Oh my god, what the 2 aura? I just paid out a Baimon by myself. This is what the American taxpayer feels like when they have to bail out a bank. That hurts. That definitely hurts. We can still win this though. It's early in the game. There's a lot of game left to play. So there was still 1, 6, 7 left that wasn't necessarily represented, right? Sure, they weren't waiting on it eventually. Call them a John Mayer song if they're waiting on the world to change. But still good to notice, I think. Still good to notice. Still good to keep our guard up. Certainly can't hurt. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We have 5 shapes. Unfortunately, the 6 of characters is not one of them. We'd love to have it as one of them, though. I'm gonna toss it early. I can't believe it. I'm gonna toss it early. This hand does not have a great chance to win either. I mean, you're looking at it now. There's the whisperings of a 1, 2, 3 mixed triple sequence, and holy moly, I think it's gonna happen. So what happens here? We're actually 1 tile away from getting into Tenpai, believe it or not. Believe it or not, if we chia a 1 here, we cut this, we're in Tenpai for a 2, 5. If we chia 2 or a 5, we're in Tenpai for a 1 of circles. I actually love this position. I love this position. And you know what? I'm glad that I got rid of that Dora earlier. It's so dangerous. Okay, I mean, you don't have to hit me like that. But I'm glad we got rid of it early. Call me a song from the 500 Days of Summer soundtrack, the way I have a sweet disposition right now. I mean, I'm gonna take this chance, right? It doesn't seem great, and I don't think it's amazing. Cause like we wanted that as our pair anyway. I don't know. We could definitely pivot, right? If we pawn the white dragon, we probably throw this, and then we're hoping to end on a 1 or a 4 weight, but we lose the mixed triple sequence. That's not true. We could end on a 4 and still get that mixed triple sequence. It's not impossible. I have a strong suspicion, though, that the player across from me is in Tenpai right now. I just have a feeling that tonight's gonna be a good night. Dude, I hate that song. I got a feeling by the Black Eyed Peas. I think someone should be put on trial for that song. That song it makes me so upset. Okay. They're willing to throw some good tiles. Here's the thing. I think they're in Tenpai. I don't want to throw this 6 of circles. But the longer it sits in my hand, the worse it is. So what does that 4 represent? Could have had maybe a 6, 7. Could have had a 6, 4 and then drew a 7. So now they're on a 6, 7 weight. If that's the case, oh, what is that 7 discard though? Oh man, I feel like they have something around here. They're going for the 7, 8, 9 though. So maybe they just have a mixed triple sequence or a half outside hand or something along those lines. I mean, if so, we're playing the exact same game right now. Okay, I mean, that hurts. Could have been going for a pure straight too. We're drawing and discarding some really dangerous tiles. Again, we're still drawing and discarding some incredibly dangerous tiles. C'est très dangereux, n'est-ce pas? Look, if the French doesn't reach you, then I don't know what will. I've tried everything. No, puns. I've been saying Zoomer phrases like goated with the sauce. 7, 8, 9 mixed triple sequence is absolutely what they were going for. Okay, so they were doing the same thing as me, like a cowardly fast hand. Fair enough. But dude, I mean, I gotta say this. It's kind of like us three united against the player to our right now, because all of us are kind of struggling with our current hands. Oh, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, maybe those are our 5 shapes, but it does not feel particularly good, especially this 1, 3, 3, 5 shape. Oh, friends, come on, this is rough. This is rough right now. So we have 5 shapes, so we should be, like, usually I would be playing a little bit greedy with these honor tiles, right? However, like, our 5 shapes are just so garbage that I'm like, we gotta get our, like, the best chances. We gotta get the best chances of completing any shapes right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of have 6 shapes. Here's the thing. Okay, that's pretty good. 5, 6 is pretty good. We can have 2 pairs in our hand. This 1, 3, 3 and this 1, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and we know that this can just be 1 shape. That's not that bad, dude. Okay, somehow I've said okay like a million times. Past few seconds. I'm gonna get rid of this 4 and then I'm gonna get rid of this 9. There's some strength in keeping this 4, 5, 6, 7 shape, right? There's some strength to that. I think actually the rest of our hand is in an okay enough position where we can get rid of it. Holy moly. 1 tile away from a Riichi Pinfu opportunity with Adora. I think we take it. If we draw into a 1 or a 4 of characters or a 4 or a 7 of bamboo, absolutely we take it. And we're keeping this 9 as a safe tile for later. Okay? It's like when you go to Panda Express and you know you just want to get like a little bowl of something, but then you get an egg roll to maybe save for later. Ooh, that's what we're doing right now, okay? This 9 is the bountiful snack that we're going to enjoy later when we can hopefully call Riichi. The player to my left has let go of so many of the tiles that I've wanted. 1s, 4s, 7s. And this hurts because eventually, like, if they discard all of them before we get into Tenpai, we're gonna have a bad time. Undertale. We're gonna have a terrible time. They're thinking about something. Maybe they're in Tenpai now, or maybe they're having to cut some valuable tiles to get into Tenpai. Maybe they're contemplating Riichi-ing. Oof, baboof. Really dangerous discard, right? Anyone else feel like that was a really dangerous discard because it's close to the Dora? But now we have 2 copies of the Dora and we are not discarding that 5. That's actually way too dangerous right now. I don't think this is a great Riichi hand, but it's an okay Riichi hand. It might force others to play defensively. That 1 of circles seems really, really safe with this 4 of circles discard that I've made. And so I'm hoping that someone discards the last one. There's only 1 left. I don't think anyone's gonna discard the Dora right now. That's way too spicy, especially because I discarded a 6 moments ago. People could think I'm on a 2-5 weight. Wow! Riichi Ipatsu, 3 Dora, red 5. Good soup. Good soup, dude. Farm to table Hanemon. I'm now fighting. Call me a piano-driven band from the 1990s, because I'm 5 for fighting right now, okay? I'm fighting with the with the player to my right for first place, and it feels good. It feels good, dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 shapes. We have 5 shapes. Not all the shapes are created equal. Not all the shapes are great, but they are the shapes that we have. Door is going to be the 6 of characters. We can kind of make use of it if we draw one, but it's not looking super likely. I'm scared of this white dragon tile. I don't think we're going to need it. Player to my left opens up with a green dragon, and they have every reason to play aggressively. If they want a chance of coming back into this game, they have every reason to play aggressively. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Dude, this is a great hand. We also have 2 pairs, so we can kind of pivot on which one we want to be our pair in the end. Okay, this is a strange hand. What is the most dangerous version of this hand? Maybe a half flush in the bamboo suit. Doesn't look like that's what's happening, but you never know. Could also do like a pure straight in the bamboo suit 1 through 9. Also a possibility. Or they just have a good hand with like 3 Dora or something, right? That's like the worst case scenario. 7, 8, 9, not gonna scoff at that. This is so good, dude. Because if we draw a 7 of characters, we can just sit in Damaten for a while. We don't even have to call Riichi, and I don't want to. The dealer is putting up an impressive showing right now. Northwind actually a little scary because it's a live tile. Someone could be going for the half flush. Player to my right, I think they're pausing because they might have actually had a pair of these. I can Riichi this. I don't think I Riichi this. This is just a little too spicy. When someone's so far advanced, how many 8s are left? 1 8 is left. How many 2s are left? I could wait on the 5. That seems way worse. So here's what I'm thinking. If we draw a 6 of bamboo. Oh, we've already discarded 1. Okay, and there's 3 gone. That hurts. Dude, the gods have smiled on me. The gods were listening to my awesome joke at the start of the video about, it's just out of reach. And they decided, and the faithful shall be rewarded. Are you kidding me with this S? Pardon the language. Door is gonna be the green dragon. Let's count our shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, we have all 5 shapes. What am I doing discarding my dragons, dude? Call me a Game of Thrones character. Not punished this round, but okay. 1, 2, 3 mixed triple sequence. Kind of looking like a possibility, but this hand feels a little too slow to me to go for that. For some reason, this hand just feels a little too slow. Okay, get rid of the red dragon. Again, the east one's only valuable to us, so if we draw another one, we'll be really happy to see it. It's not useful for anyone else, so we can just expect that the last one comes out if that's the case. Now it's feeling a lot better. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1 shape. 2, 3, 4, 5. And that's going to be our pair. You know what? The 1, 2, 3 mixed triple sequence dream is alive. At the same time, this hand still feels just a teeny weeny bit too slow, okay? And you know that when I start talking serious like that, when I bust out the phrases, such as it's all ogre, teeny weeny, things are getting serious. Things are getting serious indeed. Get rid of the 9. It's actually our most dangerous tile right now in comparison to this east and this red dragon. Player to my right going for a flush in the bamboo suit, most likely. Player to my left doing something. A flush in the character suit, maybe? Okay. Now I'm going to open my hand. If I get the chance to chi a 1 or a 3 here, I absolutely open my hand to get into Tenpai. No doubt. No doubt. The good news about this is we can still fold because we got a lot of 1s at least. We got a lot of terminals. If someone else calls Riichi after we start playing a little sicko mode, a little aggro mode, you know? Dude, I haven't said goblin mode in a while. Dare I invoke the cursed name, the cursed technique of goblin mode? Okay, I mean, this isn't terrible. So that means a lot of 3 of bamboos are likely to come out. Now let's think about this. Do I have tiles with which I can fold? I have this too. Okay. Unfortunately, this is a disaster. because we can't fold with this 5 unless someone else gives us that information. We really can't fold here. And if we can't fold there, what do? We fold elsewhere, my friends. 7, out of here. Look, a little bit painful. Don't get me wrong, a little bit painful. Absolutely a little bit painful. At the same time, you're not about to catch me dealing into a Mongon. Oh boy. They chase the Riichi because 2 Riichi sticks on the table. It's their only chance to get back into the game. You know what? Fine. I'm gonna try my best to play defensively, and then hope that one of you utterly destroys the other. This person has a really scary hand. They're representing a half flush in the character suit. Are you kidding me? I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it, dude. Why? Because it's Suji, dude. This is why they purposefully laid the Suji trap. They purposefully laid the Suji trap. They called Riichi on the 3 so that I know that they don't have a 4-5 weight. And then someone discarded a 9, so I know that they didn't have a 7-8 weight. And look where that made me end up. 1, 2, 3. He's counting shapes a little angry. This hand has 3 shapes. Thank you so much. He's so mad. He's so mad. You're gosh dang right I'm mad. You're gosh dang right I'm upset. Okay, green dragon and red dragon can probably go. It's probably you know what? In retrospect, definitely a little greedy to keep a hold on to these. Oh, okay, at this. Yeah. Oh my god. A terrifying situation. Player across from me has 2 sets completed. Haven't discarded a single bamboo tile. I'm pretty sure that means that if we want to discard a bamboo tile, we got to discard it like right now, or we just simply never discard it. All right. We cannot win this hand. Evangelion 2.0, you cannot win. We cannot win this hand, dude. It's just too spicy. Player across from me is representing the most obvious half flush of all time. Their hand looks just a little too advanced for me to really contest. And yet, here you are, about to make me act up. Oh my god. About to make me slide into the DMs. 1 we don't really need. 9 can probably go. We need to build something around this 7 of bamboo. And we need, something here to work out. Hopefully we draw into a 6 of characters. We can't cut any of these, bamboo tiles. Would I have loved to keep the extra 9? If we had drawn another one, maybe, but the chances of that are pretty low. It's weird, right? The 666, 78, 999 shape. I mean, now it's looking a lot better, right? Because again, we could have had a lot of shapes here. Could have had a triplet of the 6s and then a 7, 8, 9 mixed triple sequence. I could chi that. I genuinely could chi that and then go for an all simples hand. I can't do it, dude. My hand is way too slow in this situation. And the player to my left, they're discarding some good tiles right now. Point proven. Thank God we didn't discard the 7 ourselves. I don't know why. The outfit, I hardly recognized it, or I hardly, registered it. Okay, what do we do here? It's the South 4 round. The dealer is so far away. We need like a direct hit Mongon in order to get back in there. Or we do our best at protecting our second place, which I think is what we do here. I think we just try to protect second. What am I doing with my discards? And they're just trying to protect third place. Holy moly. They understand the rules of Mahjong Soul, where you just have to not get fourth if you want to rank up. What am I doing? I'm going for the half outside hand or the full outside hand. I'm cutting all my good tiles right now and going for an unlikely hand. What's the benefit of doing this? Well, if I get it, awesome. If I don't, we have so many tiles with which it's safe to fold. So now what do? We want to cut some of the tiles that other people find valuable. Southwind, Northwind, Green Dragon. Southwind? Unfortunately, a pawn by the player to our right, and it looks like they're going for a flush as well. Okay, fair enough. Do I necessarily want to erase this? I'm not sure. I don't know what kind of flush they're going for, but again, I just want to end this game as fast as possible. We still have a ton of safe discards. If we're on a single tile wait for the green dragon, kind of a sick position to be in, not gonna lie. Yeah, and no longer do I feel safe. And no longer do I feel safe in this position. So they're going for a half flush in the character suit. That's the worst case scenario right now. We can discard all the bamboo that we want. I don't want to deal into a monster hand. What's the door? It's the one of characters. At least we know that 2 of them are shown right now. So we won't deal into an absolute monster hand. That's okay. Thank God they weren't in Tenpai. They probably are now. They probably are now. Really scary situation. Really scary situation. Because if we restrict our hand so much so that we can't fold safely, we're gonna deal into the player to our right and then live to regret it, and maybe not live to regret it. You know what? I just heard myself. This is one of those situations where you no longer call. Because imagine just drawing dangerous character tile after character tile. What would you do then? Of course, we're in a great position because the player across from us has to play a little desperately if they want to come back from 4th. Yep. Yuppers. And there it is. There it is. Can still go. Okay. I mean, the good news about dealing into that hand is not a big hand. The big hand version of this is the half flush, right? I'll take that second place. There was definitely we could have played this a little bit better in some aspects, but you know what? I'll take that second place. It's completing some of the quests. That's fine. Okay. Also, full disclosure. Unfortunately, if you really want anything in this game, probably gonna have to put real fiat-backed currency into this. Remind you of any real life? Okay, I sumo this hand. Yeah, incredibly strong hand. Whoa, show hands. They are in Tenpai for the East Wind. That's pretty scary. That's actually a really scary hand. This is a really, because this is 2 Han by itself. They chi the red 5 and they're in Tenpai for an East Wind. I mean, that's so scary. If we had drawn, I don't know what the player to their left is doing. Holy moly. 13 orphans? What is this? If we had drawn an East Wind, we would have thrown it. Because this doesn't seem that scary, but we would have dealt into a Mongon here. Red 5, Dora, 3 Han, Seat Wind, Prevalent Wind. Yeah, that's 5 Han as the dealer? Oh my. This game could have ended so differently. Someone sumos a gigantic hand right now. Pure double sequence. What is this monstrous luck? And they had the Tenpai so early on too. I mean, what can you do about that, right? Okay. Someone deals in here. Let's hide the hands. I didn't look. They are in Tenpai, right? If they cut the 8 or the 2. So you cut the 2 or the 8 here. Probably didn't call Riichi. 2's looking like the safest option. 8's looking slightly less safe because it was discarded earlier on. What did they discard? Yeah, you know what? That's the difference. So they didn't have to discard the 8. They could have been in Tenpai if they discarded this 2 as well. And the 2 is a little bit safer. Let's see if the 2 would have dealt in. No, they and they were going for the Sanchoku, the mixed trouble sequence. Don't get me wrong. I don't think the outcome of this really mattered. Like, they probably wouldn't have drawn the 5 of characters. No one probably would have discarded it except maybe me if I drew another one. Yeah, that's the difference between, you know, but even so, they still had a non-zero chance to draw their winning tile anyway, right? I sumo this hand. Kind of nuts. One of the best hands I've ever had. I don't call Riichi here because it's a bad weight. I'm gonna show the hands here. Player to my left, for sure in Tenpai. For sure in Tenpai. Something's going on here. They're in Tenpai with 1 door, 1 red 5, green dragon. Yeah, that's very scary. I don't necessarily want to lock myself into a Riichi where I have to discard some dangerous stuff. Player across from me. 4, 5, 6, 7, 7. They're in Tenpai as well. 7 of characters and 3 of circles. Wow, dealing the 3 of circles would have been disastrous here. Disastrous. Okay. I mean, I don't know. We're getting lucky, but also like getting there fast is, you know, also kind of skill based. What did I discard here? 2 players in Tenpai. Right. I discarded the 6. It's Tsuji, dude. It's Tsuji. Oh, I should have been way more careful here. They haven't discarded a single bamboo tile. But then again, bamboo tiles have been discarded since they called Riichi. What would have been safer? Maybe this too? But it's not necessarily safe to the player to my left. Maybe this one. Dude, let me know in the comments if you see something I don't here, because this is a tough situation. It's arguable that the 6 is the safest. Player to my left chases on a 2 or a 5 of character weight. So I could have dealt the 1. 2 of them are gone. But they could have, someone could have a 2-3 weight. I mean, I have 2 of the 2s and 2 of the 3s. Is that information worth considering? It probably is, right? 3, I mean, the 3 is just too close to the tile with which they called Riichi on. This tile was discarded way before anyone called Riichi. I mean, right before this player called Riichi, but still. It's pretty spicy, I dealt into a huge hand there. If I hadn't dealt into that, we would have had a great chance. They sumo a closed hand. There's nothing we can do about that. It's pretty strong. And then let's see what happened here. Wow, look at this. They cut the Dora. They immediately, and this player is a Saint player. This player was a Saint ranked player. I'm not saying that their decisions are going to be 100% infallible, but like they knew. Don't give anyone a chance to come back with a huge hand. Cut that dream down immediately with the Dora discard. And I shouldn't have been calling. Because even that 2 of characters discard, a little spicy. I think I should have been content here with 2nd. And look at this, 4th place, having to play desperate because we know that they do. We know that they have to. They're almost in Tenpai as well. Wow. They wanted to maybe pawn. This has to be their pair now. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1 tile away from Riichi. And if they had gotten the 7 of circles, they're slamming the Riichi button. Riichi, Pinfu, red 5, 2 Dora. That's 5 Han. As the dealer, might be enough to overtake me into 2nd. Even if they sumo it. Even if it's not if it's a direct hit, for sure they overtake me. If it's not, maybe it's enough if they sumo it as well. Because again, the sumo gives you an extra Han. Wow. Great game. Spicy game. Great game of Mahjong. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and a comment. Helps out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more new videos every day. I stream as well Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays on Twitch. You can find that link in the description. You can also join us in the Discord. It's an incredible community filled with kind people. I appreciate everyone that's there. I hope to talk to you there. I'm in there constantly. It's the only website that really makes me happy, okay? All right. Till next time. Please be patient with yourself. Please take care of yourself, and please be kind to yourself, okay? All right. I'll talk to you soon. Good luck out there, okay? Peace.